Hello, ComicsGate. This is the Midday Repartee. I am Rotten Glory, joined today by Scotland's best shit superhero and CG's best shit artist, Captain Fuckhead. How are you?
Hello. I'm all right. I've been doing man work again today, knackered, wearing a hat. I'm scared of taking it off because I know what's going to happen. I need a fan,
Yeah.
not like you fuckers.
Yeah, we've got the fans blowing. It's over 100 degrees here. It's not fun. 2 months of this shit. Oh, well.
Yeah, I know, but I know what you're doing. I know what both of you are doing. You've got fans blowing with single dollar bills waving past your face as they're going in the air. Fucking Americans, Jesus Christ.
Also with us today is Ryan Miller. How are you doing? Yes.
How's it going, everybody?
Great to have you. I just feel like you're a core to the show at this point. Whenever you can be here, I want you to be here.
That gets me right in the feels, man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you having me on, and it's been really great getting to know you guys and being a part of it.
Yeah, dude. That's really the core of this whole thing. This whole ComicsGate thing is building relationships, getting to interact with creators, and all of this awesome talent. And the thing I love about ComicsGate is it attracts people who are sane and rational. Like, for the most part. I'm not going to say there aren't a few crazies in there. Let me just, qualify that a little. But these are people that I would probably agree with on a great many things. We're drawn together by the comic book thing and having a good time. But, like, you get down to brass tacks on a lot of issues. I'm guessing I'm going to agree with most of the people in ComicsGate, and there's a reason we're all coming together the way we are, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
David's in the house. This might be a spicy topic. I don't know. I mean, maybe people are already over it, and I'm bringing this to the table late. But to me, it was something I wanted to talk about. How you doing, Dave?
All right, guys. How's it going?
Hey, Dave.
There was this term thrown around, I mean, for a little bit, like, stop sitting on the fence, thrown around by some people, basically referring to, you got to choose a side. Here we are in ComicsGate, trying to escape that kind of bullshit, right?
Mm.
And then here it is, infected right into ComicsGate, and we're having to deal with it. And it's like, I think as someone who wants to jump over to the creator side, I'm working with Ink Spots on a project. It's looking really cool. We're really excited about it. And it makes you nervous. Like, now do I have to worry am I going to get attacked, or do I have to be careful, like who I bring on the show, who I talk to? And it's like, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do it, because I'm going to base, like any rational grown fucking human should do, I'm going to base things on my personal interactions with other human beings. Do they contribute? Do they have something to offer? Are they cool? Are they reliable? Like, the things that matter.
Right.
And go fuck it. The rest of it is a bunch of noise. It's a bunch of nonsense. It's politics. The exact thing that we didn't want in ComicsGate. And I'm over it, man. What do you guys think about it?
I'm right there with you.
Well, go ahead, Cap. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm right there with you, man. I've fed up with this fucking argument bullshit. I've just had enough. Like, I'm just bored of it more than anything else. I'd just rather just focus on going on the comics.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like when I started, I really decided to jump in with trying to start a channel and getting on Twitter. I think it was November last year. And it wasn't a thought. Like, I reached out to anyone who was declaring ComicsGate, who was in the circle. I didn't worry for 1 second, like, maybe this isn't a ComicsGater I should be associated with. No, I just reached out to people, had them on my show, we had a great time, never worried about it. Mm-hmm. And the fact that that's something that I feel like a lot of channels and creators and people are having to worry about now absolutely hate it.
Yep.
And we have to just kill it. It's up to all of us to just say, no, we're not playing that game. That's a game. It's destructive. It's hurting people. It's actually costing people money.
Agreed.
Can I, Dave, go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
No. I was just agreeing, mate. Go on.
Well, if I could, there's a fine group of folks who I am a fan of that I want to criticize specifically in this regard, and they're a bunch of folks that I've been listening to since they started their YouTube channel, and I still really enjoy them, and I still think that I have hope that they'll kind of see the light on the situation that has been created in general, and that's War Campaign.
Right.
I really love War Campaign. I started watching War Campaign as soon as they got together, Ro, Gat, Tyler, and Pando, and they have been a force to be reckoned with for good. But
Yes.
But recently, I think they overstepped their bounds a little bit, and I don't think that it was well received, and I don't think they're doing themselves any favors. So, I still like those guys. I think their brand of humor is really funny to me. If whenever I go hang out in their chats and listen to their shows, it feels like when I used to go hang out with my buddies in college. It's like we would say heinous things to each other, and it was and just thickly laden with homoerotic undertones, and it was fantastic, and I still love that. But specifically speaking, the title of the show, I don't have it right in front of me, but it was basically "There Is No Fence."
Yes.
So the specific criticism, I think, I don't even know when it started, and please forgive me if I'm going overly long.
No, it's.
I don't know specific. I can only pinpoint the juncture where they started criticizing Anna for having a cover deal with Dynamite Comics, which to me didn't make any sense whatsoever. And I can go into that as we go along, but it didn't make any sense. It wasn't internally logical,
right?
And very inconsistent with them, which is where my disappointment is born from. So, with that said, I still like them. I still enjoy their shows.
They're some of the most entertaining shows I've watched in ComicsGate have been War Campaign shows. And hello, George. This guy right here, George Peter Gattis, was on one of those shows. He was the featured guest. It was legendary. We've talked about it before. It was an outstanding show. It was fun as hell. They were taking their shots at George. George knows how to field the shots, man. He knows how to roll with the punches and have a good time. Outstanding show. And I'm hoping that it moved the needle, that it got you some sales, George. I'm sure it did.
No. I was actually, I actually never even thought about it. I should actually check my check my balance sheet.
Yeah, that might be smart, George.
I forgot. I still got a book that I'm selling. Oh my God, all this time.
But that was, so much fun. The guys are fun. I too have always thought that it's not for, it's a certain flavor of entertainment. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. That's always been the case. There was people that always just were like, I don't dig War Campaign. I don't like what they do. That's just that's personal taste. But yeah, things have gotten. When somebody's telling me that there's a fence, and I'm sitting on it, and it's ComicsGate. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That person's ComicsGate, this person's ComicsGate. You're trying to tell me they're on opposite sides of a fence, and I'm saying there's no fence. It's up to me to decide who to support. They're both ComicsGate. You can have a disagreement. You can hate each other, and you can still be both ComicsGate. It's fine. It's not a problem. You know, do your thing. There is no fucking fence. I hate that idea that there's a fence, and it's, as always, up to the individual person to decide who's ComicsGate and who the hell they're going to support.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys getting... sorry.
No, Samir, go ahead. Do it.
Because I'm not seeing anyone trying to convince somebody to be on one side or the other. I'm not seeing that on my timeline, but probably that's because compared to you guys, I'm not that much a public figure compared to you, all of you.
There was a point, I don't know if this was maybe 2 weeks ago, where it was actually being thrown around, and this was by Testify, where he was like, stop fence sitting, and he was going around to all the shows and saying, I would see it pop up all over the place. It was a thing for a minute, but it just stuck. It kind of a splinter in my mind. Like, I really didn't care for it.
That's just one guy.
And then there was like pressure, like, have you backed Vestige? Did you promote Vestige? I've never been pressured by anyone in ComicsGate to do anything, to promote anything, or bullied, like where you feel like it's you better do it or else. But that's how it felt, and I think it's still going on. I'm not sure. I got to tell you, I don't block people, but I've quieted some people. For sure.
What do you think with this whole putting up fences? Why? Why do they want to do it in the first place? Why are they trying to stop people from
I don't know.
being part of both worlds? I'm
not sure. That you'd have to. That's something we probably can't know because if it is something, it's a strategy or it's a power grab or they're trying to we're going to take this piece of the pie and we want it. We want to do what we want when we want to do it, and we're going to take as many people with us as we can. I don't know. Was that the game plan? I couldn't tell you. I don't live in the mind of Ro or Pan or any of these guys. I don't have no idea. All I know is what it made me feel like was that all of a sudden it was dangerous to talk about certain things or to associate with certain people or to throw support at certain people. And it's like, fuck that. Mm-hmm. I'm over it. I'm not playing that game anymore.
Well, the other part too is that the things got muddy when they started going after Anna with her campaign and saying that she's not CG, she's never supported any other creator. They brought up the fact that she didn't know who Wenger was, as if that was some kind of sin. And
it is actually. You can look it up. It's a sin.
I guess so.
It's in the big book.
It's in the big book of CG. It is a sin not to know who Wenger is.
That's true.
You probably, if you're doing it right, you should probably have a little altar to Wenger somewhere in your house.
It'll be a cowboy hat and cow horns.
Yes. And a blank fucking living room wall, man.
I was really saddened by it, and I was really confused, and then it didn't make any sense, and it kind of came from nowhere, clearly not everybody went with it. But you could say that so. And how it came to pass, I tend to think of it in a really broad sense that they kind of... So they started criticizing Anna for the campaign for not being CG and for skipping the line. That there was a line...
I think their big line, just for clarity, and this is my understanding. I think their big line on that was that people were criticizing the quality of the cover, and the reaction to that criticism was the problem. Like, that people were being attacked for criticizing the cover. And I don't know. I still to this day have not seen this so-called criticism. I haven't seen anything where Anna would like attack people for saying it wasn't good.
There she is. There she is.
Anna,
I don't think that it happens.
Well,
Anna, I think that. Sorry.
No, Samir, go ahead. Go ahead, man. I want to hear what you got to say.
I think in the beginning I did see Anna try to convince people that this is it's not a bad cover. It's basically
You mean she
Tim
fought
Bruce's
for the
style.
art? She fought for the art she made.
Yes,
Like-
and it was a little bit combative. Let's say,
Yeah.
she is a bit combative, and it does when someone is someone with a large following. Even answers somebody, then the other guy starts jumping on that person. So it happens. I think this was Anna's first experience with actually selling a product, and
Probably.
she had this persona of criticizing art
Yes.
initially before the campaign also, and she wasn't even showing her art to John Malin, and she only showed it to Cecil initially. She did not show it to EVS or John. Maybe she did behind the
Yeah.
scenes. We don't know. But the perception was that she didn't.
Yeah.
And whenever there is this art stream, she's the first one to criticize the art.
Right. See, I don't
So-
have any problem. I don't have any problem with the criticism about Anna.
So when people started to criticize her art, which she herself did not like she did not like the colored version of her art. She liked the black and white version, and personally, I agreed with her. And the color scheme was kind of off, and that is why the black and white version was better than the colored version. But
Now, did someone else do the colors?
no, she did the colors.
She
She
did the
converted. She converted the colored version to the black and white version, and then Dynamite sold that one also. And when she compared her colored art with the black and white, she herself said that she liked the black and white version.
Yeah.
I mean, she criticized her own art, and
Right.
so I don't know if she didn't, if she wasn't so combative in the beginning, maybe this wouldn't have happened. What I saw was that the pros from both the war campaign and from the Anna side, from the Jack show, they were fighting for their fans. Like each of them had their own fans, and those fans were fighting each other, and then they were jumping in.
Yeah.
So that kind of created an even bigger problem. Then, if you let your audience dictate your perception of your brand, then I mean, they can take it anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. See, and it's like, this is all fine. Like, having disagreements about someone getting, artists, of course, tend to be sensitive fucking creatures. You get attacked enough and you might lash out. I mean, it happens. I don't care. Like, all of that can be valid. Like, all of the arguments, all of the, the points made, there's probably a lot of truth and validity in a lot of it. When it gets to a place where someone's trying to tell me you can't associate with that person, or there's this fence in CG and you have to be on this side of it or that side, and you better show us by your actions
Honestly,
which
Rod,
side
I'm
you're
not
on,
seeing
then
that.
I'm like, I'm done. At that point, fuck you. It's
Well,
over.
that's exactly what the SJWs do. And
Exactly.
that's one thing we don't want ComicsGate to become.
So
Is you
here,
making a choice based on.
If we become divided, it weakens the whole structure of the thing.
it
Okay,
does.
Weakens it all.
Can
But-
I ask?
Oh,
can
go
I
ahead,
ask-
George.
Sorry.
No.
Can I ask what Captain Fuckhead thinks and Dave thinks?
Yeah, I would love to hear from them.
Go on, Dave.
What, on the old Anna situation or in general?
Any of it.
On this topic, any thoughts before I nail all of you?
Because George always has the correct and proper response. Yes.
Well,
I'm going to crucify all of you.
hey, I've been crucified many times before. I'm kind of getting used to it.
No, brother.
No, my thoughts are along the lines of what Rotten is saying. I don't like divides. I don't like people telling me who I can and can't talk to, who I can and can't associate with based on their beliefs, not my own. If I have a good experience with someone, for example, Captain Fuckhead, he could be an absolute fucking dick. He's not, but he could be, and everyone might hate
Built
him.
his
I need to
career
try
on
harder.
being a dick. That's his whole
But-
thing.
You need to try harder.
But I love the guy. I think he's great. So it's like I'd still
Mwah.
associate him regardless of what anyone else thinks. So it's tough because it seems like CG is splitting down the middle of people that want to keep it purely CG originals, and which seems more the war campaign side of things, and people that want it to grow, want it to spread. Like I said in a previous stream, I'm a hybrid fan. So I still read Marvel, I still buy Marvel, but I back CG books and I associate with CG and talk to all you fuckers. So it's a tough one because there's a lot of people that like to shield, is what I'm saying. They don't want to open up to new people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that tough, really. I don't think it's that difficult a decision to make. If you want to tell me who I can and cannot support, fine. Tell me. I'm not gonna not listen to you. I will certainly listen to you while you tell me, and then I will make my own mind up after you have told me, which will probably be fuck you. I'll go and do what the fuck I want to do because that's what I want to do. So you can talk to your blue in your face. I'll listen, but it doesn't mean I'm going to do what you want me to do. In fact, telling me to do something probably means I won't do it. To be quite honest with you, because I'm that type of person.
Right.
As opposed to Anna, if Dynamite want to offer her a cover, that's fucking on Dynamite. That's fuck. I don't give a shit. Again, I will either buy it if I like it, or I won't. So I will make the decision for me. I will act solely upon how I feel I should act at any given time. Everything else is just fucking other people's bullshit. When I ain't got any time for it, really.
Yeah. I mean, I made a video about it. Probably is the most watched video I have on my channel, to be honest, about the Anna cover thing. And for me, it boiled down to there was a huge opportunity to draw people into ComicsGate with her doing that. And because things got so messy and so ugly and so distracting, I'm sure it turned a whole bunch of people, possibly hundreds if not thousands of people, off to what ComicsGate is about. And it did not represent what ComicsGate is about as a whole at all. And that to me, it was just, that was sad. That's a disappointment, you know?
Go on then, George, nail us, mate. All right, go on, right.
Well, no, and George, did you want to go, man?
Hold on. Yeah, I want to, George, prove us all wrong. Make us all fucking idiots, as usual.
Okay. All right. Well, a few things to consider, and I'm gonna say this because I've said it constantly, and it killed every conversation on Twitter, in person, by voice, in multiple forums. And it's this. This is a year old data.
Yeah.
This is we're talking about 12 months ago. This hoopla happened.
Yeah.
The only people who are perpetrating this is not War Campaign. Okay? All that shit happened very long time ago.
Wait, this criticism of Anna?
It dropped. I'm talking about old data. All right, you can associate old data with anything within the context of this subject. Old data. This was a very long time ago. It dropped. People had criticism. It was done. But War Campaign had moved on. They moved on to the next meme of the moment. Listen to me. I'm being legit here. War Campaign had moved on to the meme of the moment.
Okay.
They moved on to the next meme and the next meme and the next meme. It's old news. The
Yeah,
only
of course
people who
it
are
is.
perpetrating the only people who continue to perpetrate this is not war campaign. Continue to bring up this old data is not war campaign, like this broadcast right now.
But it came up because the topic of creating this completely ridiculous fence idea that there's some dividing line now. This was
only
not.
people-
This
a war
was
campaign-
this was a war campaign person propagating that idea that there was a fence and I was sitting on it.
None of war campaign people have ever.
So testify
and I'm
isn't war campaign.
Listen to me, please. I'm not
He
speaking for
he
war
said
campaign.
it on my show.
You're not listening.
Okay, I'm listening.
Let me.
Okay.
For everything I say is for me. I'm not speaking for war campaign.
No,
But
I
everything
understand
I've
that.
seen- Okay, everything I've seen. None of the war campaign people are putting up fences for anybody. Everybody and anybody is, ComicsGate. They want to say they're ComicsGate. They want, adhere to the central value of ComicsGate, and that's one value. That's the key value. Respect the customer. Just like the Phantom Menace, respect the customer. If you don't respect the customer, without respect, you reject. The way Doomcock has said it.
How does it respect the customer if I'm a fan of Ethan Van Sciver and I love what he does? I love the comic book.
No,
but why are there people trying to make others feel like that's a bad decision? Like I, as a fan, am making a bad choice. I don't care
People
for
or
it.
person.
I don't care for it.
Satire and not satire.
So it's just jokes. It's just jokes.
That's the core essence of war campaign.
Okay.
Right.
So they're just the just jokes haven't actually caused people to walk away from ComicsGate. The just jokes haven't caused people to have bad.
The memes,
like, are you kidding me?
The purpose of give me a sec. The purpose of the meme. It's just pure satire and satire on the internet in today's world, and whoever looks at a particular meme, right? They'll take it one way or another. Someone would take it as a joke. Somebody will take it seriously.
Sure, I understand that. I'm just saying. You're saying that nobody has ever made me feel like. So it's just it's a complete conjuring of my imagination that I was made to feel like there was a side to choose, that I had to choose a side. You're saying that was completely in my head.
Of course it was. We just agreed to it. It's just a minute
No,
ago.
we didn't.
All right.
I haven't agreed
End the
to
show
anything.
right now. End the show right now.
You just said that's I said you take the meme. Every person takes the meme the way they see it.
That doesn't answer the question.
But you just agreed to it.
And you think I'm alone? You think that I'm the only one that was feeling that? You got to be crazy, dude. It's not my own perception. It's not my own perception.
I'm not talking for anybody else, am I? You're saying you're talking for other people now?
Well,
I can't talk. I'm not going to name any names, but of course I've had conversations with other people about this because it weighs heavy on us. Of course.
Okay.
And it's just something that we've had to deal with. So we've been tiptoeing around. We've been tiptoeing around for a couple months.
If you remove your passion out of it, you remove your feelings.
I don't want to remove my passion from anything.
Well, then you're just a weak willy, aren't you?
No.
Why
wouldn't I want to be passionate? Why wouldn't I want to be passionate about ComicsGate?
Somebody just threw mud. Somebody just threw mud in your face. What are you going to do?
I'm probably going to wipe it off.
I'm going to go and make a mud castle. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm probably going to wipe it off.
God bless you, sir. That's right. If somebody threw a lemon at you, what are you going to do? You're going to make lemonade. Or you're going to cry because the lemon got in your eyes.
Nobody's crying here, man. Nobody's crying.
No,
I'm saying I'm not playing this game anymore.
You're allowing passion. You just told me you're allowing feelings to control your attitude. You just said this a minute ago.
Wow, you're great at twisting stuff. You're good at twisting.
I'm not because
I said I like being passionate.
Yes, there you
Passion
go.
is not
There you go.
letting your emotions control you. Passion is what drives most of us to do anything we do.
Passion
I'm not
is
letting
all
go of
about
my
feeling.
passion. I'm not letting go of my passion for ComicsGate.
Passion-
I want to
passionate.
care about it. Of
Passionate.
course I want to care about it.
Passionate controls your feelings and your movements and your judgment. If you remove the passion, if you remove the feelings out of the situation, and you look at it critically, analytically, logistically, you'll come to a different conclusion. Usually,
Yeah, so what's this mean? What is this statement
where is it? I don't know.
from our favorite
Oh, okay.
Rutan
Rutan.
suckles at the teat of Cecil. So what is to be inferred by that comment?
It's pure satire.
I understand that. But to say that things don't have meaning, words have meaning. We live in a place where communication, this is what they're pushing on people. You understand that what this infers is that I'm a simp, right? I'm a simp for Cecil, and Cecil is now the enemy. Cecil is a bad thing. So if I'm a fan of Cecil and I support Cecil, there's something wrong with me. This is what it does.
Okay, that's your interpretation.
You can deny that all you want, but it's a reality.
I'm not denying anything. That's your interpretation. My interpretation is.
What is the other interpretation?
He just did to yank your chain.
Of course, it's to yank my chain, but it also has meaning.
No, that's the point.
It couldn't possibly yank anyone's chain if it didn't have meaning.
The meaning is attached to your bias. You're
There's no bias. I don't have a bias. I'm a fan of Cecil. I love what he does. I love what he brings to
Me
ComicsGate.
too. I love Cecil too.
Is that a
supported his
bias?
project.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you're
no,
not gonna.
that's your
I'm.
point.
I'm not gonna fucking let
That's
these
the
people
point.
make me feel like that's a problem. Fuck that.
Point.
Not doing it.
I love Cecil too. I think Cecil is love and light. I supported his project. I don't understand what you're trying to say.
What, you
Okay.
don't understand what I'm trying to say? I thought it was pretty
No,
clear.
because-
No, somebody
because
else.
if you-
Get in here, man. Somebody else.
Okay, so
hold
let
on.
me put out a thesis here, George. Okay,
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, before we continue,
Playing
Okay.
do you
victim.
mind? Since we're talking about War Campaign, do you mind if I drop out and you bring in one of those other guys from War Campaign in here?
There's only one guy that will want to come on here.
Do
Sure,
you mind?
you know, let's
do
do
you mind?
it. I'm
Okay,
having
okay.
this
I know.
conversation, so it wouldn't
Okay,
be
great,
it
great,
wouldn't
great.
be fair
Okay,
of me to not.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. But before I leave, I like to be on the panel and listen to what everybody's going to talk about just before I drop out. So please continue.
Okay. Go ahead, Ryan.
I really like to hear everybody.
And
be
I-
on the
I just
panel.
wanna
that
comment
way
on this,
It's
like-
recorded. It's recorded, and I'm there. You know, you see my face. You know,
Yes.
I'm not dropping out like a weak willy. You know.
No, of
unlike
course you're not. We
some
know that,
people.
George. I just like what is this? You know what? I'm playing a victim. That's the exact opposite of what I'm doing here on this show. I'm saying I'm done tiptoeing around all this shit. I'm going to be a fan of who I want to be a fan of. I'm not a victim. I'm a ComicsGater. I'm passionate about ComicsGate. I want to help this thing grow. I want to contribute to it, and I want to succeed within it. And I feel like there's some destructive shit going on. That's it. I'm not a victim. Go ahead, Ryan.
so my thesis for where War Campaign fucked up, and it's layered. And forgive me if I digress too much. The first problem was.
Just so you know, there's a reason why I'm not leaving right now, because if any one of the War Campaigns guys came in here, they'd be interrupting you 100% of the time. So I'm actually shielding you from their wrath.
I appreciate that, George. Thank you.
Because I am that awesome.
So CG only is first of all, it's a really good logo. It's a really well designed logo.
Beautiful.
And it is a good concept in theory. But the problem was that they believed it. You can't completely believe in any particular ideal or concept. CG only is great for people who are interested in CG only. But when CG only becomes the entire identity of what CG can be, and you really believe it, that's where a lot of this stuff, I think, runs off the rails. Anna, that Star Wars girl, in my opinion, is CG as fuck. I remember seeing Anna in the chats with EVS and in other chats as well, commenting and listening. She participates with Cecil and John and Kelsey, and she's always been CG. And the fact that War Campaign decided that they were going to go after her it brings up another conflict of several interests. Number one, what is a fan? What is a creator? And what is a professional? So you can, very often I will see, once again, War Campaign, I like you guys, but this is a criticism, and I think it's pretty valid. What is, where is your place as a professional and as basically fan advocates? So War Campaign started off essentially, and correct me if I'm wrong, as a fan club for EVS and as a sort of fan advocate group. They turned into creators, which brought them to the professional category. And as professionals,
Pause.
Okay.
Only two creators, I think it is. You're right. Everybody else is still they're still fans.
you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. When you are a representative of War Campaign and you're on the War Campaign show, and that includes Tyler, Gat, Pan, and Roe.
Well, not
You
Tyler
all are
now.
professionals.
Not Tyler now. Let's make that clear.
What? I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, Tyler walked away from that.
Okay. Before we continue, I mean, wonderful. I think you all just hung yourselves as I'm going to be leaving. Gentlemen, I give you testify.
I didn't. How could I? First of all, I do want to say, like, I have guests on the show. It doesn't. Everything that they say doesn't necessarily mean that's what I think. So, I mean, that should be obvious and clear, but I feel like it has to be stated. We're having a conversation here.
Hey, testify. How's it going?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So there's that. What was I saying?
I don't know. What were you saying?
I'm saying a lot of things. Testify.
What's CG only?
What is CG only?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just knew a second ago. Let's hear it. What's CG only?
CG only is a War Campaign brand that exclusively promotes ComicsGate products. Yes,
No,
it is.
you're not.
Absolutely.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
CG
is.
only is the company that puts out Vestige. There's no more to it than that. You're wrong again. Next.
War Campaign puts out Vestige. War Campaign is the mother company.
No.
War Campaign are the
Roe,
professionals.
Gat, and the guys
Come
that are
on.
working on Vestige put out Vestige.
But there is
All
a
of us
War
that are War
Campaign.
Camp- No,
There is
do you
a War
wanna hear the
Campaign
truth?
logo.
Do you wanna hear
we
the
do,
truth?
but I just want to say there is a War Campaign logo on the back of the book.
Yeah, there's also a
Okay.
your Frog Boys thing in the book too.
Of course.
So is he War Campaign still?
Well, he was never War
He
Campaign.
was at the time, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Oh, right. Wait. Now Rod and Glory said he
But
was.
he wasn't.
Ryan
He
Miller said
wasn't. I don't know
Which
that.
one was it?
Was
Which one was
EVS
it? Come
ever
on,
War
guys.
Campaign?
You see,
Was-
you just want to be mad at War Campaign.
I'm not
when
mad
you-
at War Campaign.
I
I'm
didn't
just
say
saying
you.
I'm not going to
Talk to
tiptoe
your buddy,
around.
Ryan
I'm not going to
Miller.
be. I'm not going to be forced to choose sides.
Nobody's
I will be a
telling
fan
you. Who told you to choose sides?
You've been on here
Who
before
told
saying
you to
you
choose sides?
came in here before saying stop fence sitting. Did
Don't
you not?
fence it.
And what do you mean by that?
What do you think I meant by it?
I think you meant choose a
Choose
side.
a side of the fence.
What the
No.
fuck else can that mean? You fucking prick.
Don't be a fence sitter. Quit trying to appease everybody.
So I'm not fence sitting, am I?
No, what I meant, I'm telling you what I meant. You can't appease everybody. And you
Is that
come
what you
off
meant?
as, I'm telling you what, do you want to hear it? I'm not yelling at you.
No,
I'm trying
bring
to
it.
talk to you.
Talk
It's
to me.
not bring it, I'm telling you what I said and what I meant. When I said no fence sitting, I said people can tell when you're trying to play both sides. Where I want to be your friend, but I want to be your friend, but I want to be your friend. Who in War Campaign
What did
has
you
told
just say?
Will you listen? Will you listen?
What
I'm
did you
finishing.
just say?
I'm finishing.
I was
I'm
trying to play
finishing.
both
You're
sides. That's what
talking.
you said. So
You're
who's
trying to
creating?
play
Who? No,
both sides.
I
I'm
didn't
not
know there were
talking about
sides.
I'm not talking about a person or
I thought it was
persons.
ComicsGate.
I'm talking about in general.
Christ.
It comes off in anything.
Unbelievable, man.
You
You
can't
just said
like two
you believe there
different
are
things
sides.
if
you
you
just
want
said
to
it.
be opinionated.
Jesus
You can't
Christ.
say I like both sides of something and not want to make
do.
an opinion.
I like War Campaign. I've
Then
been
like 'em.
entertained for hours by War Campaign.
Then like 'em.
I like EVS. I'm a huge fan
And
of
like
EVS.
him. I do too.
I want to like all you. As far as I understood, before all this shit happened, it was all ComicsGate.
It is all
And now
comics
you're
game.
telling me there's sides. That's
No,
your words.
I did not.
And
You're-
I'm
you're
saying,
taking what
fuck
I'm
your
saying.
sides.
Listen
Fuck
to
your
what I
sides.
just said. I said, don't be a fence sitter. On any issue, people will see through you. I'm talking about anything. I'm not talking about EVS, ComicsGate, all this shit.
Yeah.
People see through it when you go. You don't want to offend somebody. That's what you do. Even if you know that, well, maybe that everything that they're doing isn't right, but I don't want to hurt their feelings. I'm not talking about EVS, Cecil, Anna, John, anything. I'm talking about anything in general. Make a decision, set your mind to it, live with it. It is not what I'm talking about. If you think I'm talking about EVS or ever, go find one time when I've told anybody, don't listen to EVS, don't buy their stuff, don't do it. Go find me one example. Just find one.
Nobody was talking
Anywhere.
about you. Testify.
Ryan, shut up.
No, I won't.
Corey, Rodden,
This guy.
Rodden, find one. I've never said it, ever. I've never done it.
Okay, the criticism.
You're taking what I said it and you perceived it as I'm telling you to pick between EVS and War Campaign. I did not say that or meant that in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
I have said it. I
So
tried
there
to
is
say
this-
it to Ethan's face.
At the
I
moment,
tried to say it
hold
to him.
on a sec. You've you've let you talk.
That's
Now
right.
I'm going to talk, so we don't have to yell. So at the exact time when this big riff was happening between EVS and War Campaign, and you come in the chat and say stop fence sitting, and you're telling me that that is not meant to be perceived as
Yes,
either
you're right.
side with EVS or side with War Campaign.
No.
How
it had nothing
else
to do
can
with
that be perceived in that moment in
What
time?
what were your topics on the show?
You can backtrack.
What were
and
your topics on the show? I was talking
It
about
had
your
nothing to
topics
do with
on-
that.
Listen,
I'm telling you
testify-
right now, it was. That's
You
all
can-
it was about.
You can take any subject and then just ask an erroneous question to the back of it, but that doesn't answer the question that Ra10 just asked.
Ryan
So-
Miller, what have you done lately?
Once again,
Wow.
you can take
Deflection. Bing.
you can take any subject and then add a question at the end of it that deflects the answer, but you have an answer, Rod.
What is CG only?
I told you.
Other than
I won't
the
repeat
business, what is CG only other than the business of that put out the Vestige comic book?
Fucking boring is what it is. Fuck me.
Nobody's here to hear it. That's the best part.
Oh,
I
man.
told you what I was gonna do, and I'm doing it. And you know I'm doing it, and I know it bugs you.
What are you talking about?
You know what's going on.
You mean your channel?
Our channel.
Oh, whatever.
Big
cool,
difference.
man.
I know.
Good.
See, you knew about it though. That's great.
What?
Thank you.
Why would I? Great. Have a platform. Succeed.
I have a platform.
Why does that?
It's great.
Wonderful. Why would that
People
bother me
watch it.
in the slightest? It doesn't bother me at all.
It does.
I'm happy for you. No, why would it bother me? Testify.
Because you're a fence sitter.
Honestly, the only person I have a problem with right now is Testify, and that's
I
just
know,
because you're not making
everybody
any
does.
sense.
I'd rather
Listen.
you be mad at me than everybody else. How about that?
I need another beer for this. 1 sec.
Yeah.
Oh, you're already
grab a beer,
drinking? Wow, you're a great source of entertainment.
So are you testify?
Oh,
Fuck
man.
me.
Captain Fuckhead, go fuck yourself.
I do on a fucking daily basis, mate.
Do you?
Have a great time.
That's beautiful.
Right. Captain Fuckhead.
Come on, we can be friends. Let's hug. Let's hold hands.
You can't be friends with anybody, dude.
Oh, I can. Trust me, I have lots of friends.
No, you really can't.
I do. See, look, I was honest with you. I gave you an honest answer.
And I gave you an honest answer. What's the problem?
If you think back what I said to you, I'm telling you, you will not find it. I have never said not to go like whoever you want to like.
No, of course not. You use language in a tricky, sneaky way.
It's not.
And you know that is your skill.
I'm telling you
what you do.
Now, I'm telling you right now, I have never meant it, said it, or would imply it not to go out and buy somebody's product. Ever. Never, ever.
Okay, so can I continue with my criticism?
No, you're fucking boring. Shut up. No, ask me whatever you want, but I'm just telling you.
I'm not asking you to testify anything.
I'm asking you a question. What you said, though, you said CG only is something that it isn't. I'm going, it's no more than what I just told you.
And what was it that you told me?
It is the company that puts out Vestige. There is nobody in War Campaign that's saying, well, you're either CG only or you're CG this or that. CG is CG. That's it.
So
there's no more to it.
Yeah,
War Campaign
what is this comment? What does this mean?
I don't know. Ask them. That's them, not me. I'm here.
I'm just curious. You're the one who came up with the terminology of fence sitting.
Fence sitting has actually been a term used for decades, sir.
No, in the context of this situation, you're the one who propagated it.
So then decades ago, why did somebody make up that term, fence sitting?
This is being mimicked. How am I fence sitting? I am saying exactly what I believe.
What did I just tell you?
What I feel. I am not fence sitting in any way, shape, or form.
You know what? Right now, I don't feel you are. You actually brought me on here. You're listening, and I told you exactly what I meant by it, and I hope you believe it, because I swear to God, that's all it is. There's no more to it than what I just told you. This shit with Anna, I'm like, what was it? You said Anna's always been CG?
Yes.
Why did John Malin just the other day say John Malin said that Anna's not CG?
I don't care what John Malin says.
Yes,
that's what I said. That's what I said.
Ryan said that.
Okay.
Anna is always perception.
So now you talk for John. So John, you outrule John now.
I am the Caesar of CG.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm the king of it.
There's only one Caesar, and it's not you.
Oh.
You're a peasant.
And see, that was the other criticism of War Campaign I have. Is the I'm sorry.
Bow to me, peasant.
So
Dynamite CG. No, Dynamite works for CG. Dynamite is an employee of ComicsGate.
Dynamite works for CG? Oh, you might want to retract that statement real quick.
Why would I?
Okay.
Are you telling me that EBS doesn't employ them to take care of some shit? You're telling me that Dynamite. You're telling me that Dynamite pulls EBS's strings.
Rod it. If you'll go back about 3 months ago, I opened this book up. I opened it. I blew this up before they ever wanted to know it. It's coming. Just wait. You'll see.
Great. So you aren't interested in creating division in ComicsGate. That's not
absolutely
your agenda?
not.
Oh,
absolutely.
Well,
not.
you've done a great job of it, though.
I'm just a fan. I have no hand in any of this.
Oh, you're just a fan. I know.
I am.
You are innocent as fuck. You've never done anything
what did I do
to cause any. So all of this. The idea that there is a rift, a division in CG is just in everybody's imagination. And you had nothing to do with it.
No, I didn't.
No, of course. Okay.
What did I have to do with it?
Except it only started happening when you showed up. Isn't that odd?
So the 3 years that I was in CG before all this shit blew up, I never did anything. I sat in the hospital after I got my back surgery on EBS's streams, modding still.
I'm the one playing a victim.
All those. You are playing a victim.
Right. I'm not a victim. I'm contributing.
What are you
doing? I'm doing the work.
Where's the work?
Is this guy
Show me the work.
This is the work.
This is not the work. If you were working, you would have product in your hand showing it to people right now. Let's see
Rotten, listen.
It is being worked on.
Testify.
Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it, my
Ryan,
friend.
where's your work?
Where's my work? It's right here.
Show it to me.
It's right here.
You're good at that. Yeah, you're good at that.
I am.
Well, to be fair, we're all pretty good at it.
Listen,
No, I got a wife. It's beautiful.
testify. You can gaslight all you want. The point is that-
Gaslight. Oh, you're using the SJW term, gaslighting. Do you know what a bluebeard is too?
no.
Well, go research it. You'll find out. Watch the
Thanks.
D Live War Campaign show. We talked all about it last Sunday.
Okay.
So that term is right out of the SJW playbook.
So here's the other issue with the whole peasants and
We're
lords
peasants.
thing.
I'm a peasant. I'm a
The
mere
issue
peasant.
is that when War Campaign became professionals and creators, they became artists.
No, there's
Artists
a couple guys in War
cannot-
Campaign that did. That's it. You can't be a creator and a fan at the same time?
No.
You can't be a Oh, write that down. Somebody write that one down.
Quote
You
Ryan
cannot
Miller.
be a creator and a fan of anything.
Again, that's
Anytime.
Ryan. That's Ryan's thought. Now, I don't. I
See,
would
okay.
have to say, of course, I think. you
How am
can
I
be a fan.
gaslighting or spinning that? Did you not answer that simple question? You just said a creator cannot be a fan at the same time.
Correct.
God, you did it again. Okay, there, it's clear.
Would you like me to explain it to you?
Go ahead. You've already explained it, though. You're totally wrong.
So when you become a creator, in particular with comics, and you become an artist, you cannot think hierarchically.
Holy shit, Pan's not in prison. Oh my god, look at that. He's in the chat. Holy
Hey, Pan.
shit.
Woo!
So you can't think
Is it over? Does that mean that he's fine?
Oh no, you might want to find out tonight on the D live stream.
No, that's fucking great news, man.
Yeah, sure.
So you can't think hierarchy.
Whatever, dude.
I was hoping he'd get the chair. I've been telling him it for weeks. Go look on
Yeah.
Twitter. Hashtag give Pan the
Hail.
chair.
Hail Pan, how's it going?
Right, you're not going to get his favor now. You already just said the creator cannot be a fan at the same time.
That's correct. I stand by it. So, and this is why. The whole issue with the whole peasants and lords thing is a problem because once you become a creator, and War Campaign are creators, you can't think hierarchy.
War Campaign are not creators. I'm not a creator. What are you talking about?
So you're War Campaign.
Yes.
Right, okay. So
I'm not a creator, though. So that, again, another statement you just made. I'm not a creator.
Okay. So
I do-
War Campaign.
Can I just address this real
Okay, go
quick, Ryan? I don't want to. I mean, I know you have something you want to, but I do want to. Once you create a comic book, you can't like comics anymore.
Don't think I'm letting him go on
Here,
this, by the way.
I'm not.
remember-
We're gonna go
Okay.
right back to it. I just want to put forth, like, there is a shift when you're in ComicsGate and you shift to having a campaign, to putting out a project. It does shift the perception of you and your role in ComicsGate. I think it, and I don't think it can ever be the same again. You
How
become
can you
a
have
creator.
a role in something
Your
that's not an
status-
organization?
Your status
How
shifts
can
to
you have
creator,
a role
and that's
in
how
something that's not an organization?
that's how you are
ComicsGate is
viewed.
hate mindset.
That's how you are viewed by the rest of ComicsGate is
No,
a creator.
by who? By who?
The fans.
No,
Once you are a creator,
fan,
it does
no.
shift.
no.
I'm not saying you're a creator. I know you're a fan. I understand that.
But I
I'm
don't
not
look at
arguing
creators
that.
in the way you're saying.
Well, that's
There's a lot of people that are.
But
the
is
same
everybody
exact way
you?
I am.
is
I said
everybody
there's a lot
you?
of
No.
people that are the same exact way I am when it comes to the way you just phrased that.
Okay. Well, I view someone like Adam Post or Carl LaRoe or anyone who's a creator that has
The
a
animal
campaign out
fucker?
there. I view them differently than just than a fan in the chat. It's
Adam
different.
Post is an animal fucker. You haven't seen his work?
What are you talking about? What the?
Oh,
what
okay.
it is, he has
Testify,
a-
what
he
the
has a-
fuck are you talking
I think
about?
he has a furry
Ryan, let's go
book.
back to
He
your
might have
shit.
a furry book.
Tell me.
All right,
no,
go ahead.
no. He has a lot of furry books.
He has a
There's
lot
a
of,
lot
I
of
don't know.
furry books.
Maybe.
No. There's a lot. It's
All right.
weird.
Yeah.
He has a thing with animals and fucking. It's very, very weird.
So now we're kink shaming, huh? Is that what we're
Yeah,
doing?
we'll kink shame now. I'm all for it. It's Pride Month, baby. Let it out.
All right. Oh wait,
So,
Ryan.
now tell
Sorry,
me again. Let's
sorry,
go
I
back
got
to
you
telling me
derailed.
how creators cannot be fans at the same time.
That's right. Once you enter the professional realm, you have to act like a professional unless you're willing to sever any networking ties that you have with whoever might disagree with you. For a long time, Ethan Van Sciver, for instance, decided he wasn't going to criticize other comic creators for their art or the stories or what have you. The reason that he was doing that is because he is a professional. Now, he doesn't give a fuck about what any of those people think anymore. So he's perfect. So he doesn't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks anymore because he was canceled out of the industry, and fuck it. So why not?
Not
So
anymore.
if you don't care about what other people, if you don't care what other professionals think about you, go ahead and criticize other professional work in any fashion that you like. But the fact of the matter is that Anna was directly connected to ComicsGate, whether you think she's in ComicsGate or not. And she was directly connected with people that I would assume that War Campaign at some point thought were friends. At the very least, allies, if I might use that term. And when
Why is your hat so dirty?
It's an awesome hat, dude.
I said, why is it so dirty? I didn't say it wasn't
awesome. It's been through
awesome.
War. It's been through the shit. I don't know.
Oh, it's been
Use
through
your
some shit, all right.
imagination.
Look at it.
So the fact of the matter is that where I think War Campaign fucked up is that they relentlessly went after Anna. That got Malin and Cecil upset. Cecil and Malin fucked up by acting rather emotional to it.
Do you have a wife?
My life
No.
is not your business, my man.
No, do you have a wife? I'm just going. I'll tell you, I have a wife. Guess what? If I was sitting on a stream with a 25-year-old girl all night long, she'd have a problem with that probably.
What does this have? What does that have anything to do with what we're talking about?
What does anything that you're saying have to do with anything right now? It means nothing. You can't tell me that you cannot be a creator and fan at the same time.
You can't. You have to let it go. You have to either be a creator, or if you are going to start,
Oh my God!
you have to act professional. I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to do fucking anything. But the fact of the matter, you have to take.
Somebody a fucking faggot on the stream is
Are
fucking
you-
professional.
You're suggesting there's no validity to what he's saying at all. That there is there isn't a shift that
Creators
happens when you become a creator.
Creators
There isn't a
usually
different.
become creators from being fans of something usually.
Of
Oh, and
course, I
Pandora-
You don't
understand.
get rid of it.
But
You
it-
don't say, I am a creator now. Forget everything that ever
That's
happened
not
before.
what is being said. He's talking about the
I would wanna make sure
expectation.
my fanhood
The
and passion
expectation.
was behind what I was
Jesus
putting my
Christ.
creation into.
Do you let anyone say anything ever?
Because you guys are you're not focusing. Focus
I am
on
very
things.
focused. I'm trying
Okay,
to make
go ahead. Tell
the
me
point.
now. Go ahead. Give me your point.
Okay.
Not yours, Ryan. You're a fucking idiot. Ryan,
Yeah.
Rodden, give me your thing.
Okay.
Ryan's a fucking idiot. Let's forget him.
Of course, a creator is still a fan of the thing they love. Of course that. What we're talking about is the expectation of behavior from fans. When you become a creator, there is a different perception and expectation of you
Okay.
at that point. And to say that
So-
otherwise is to be
Okay.
absolutely absurd.
Okay, so do you think it's a good idea for somebody to tell a fan they're a fucking faggot on a stream to them multiple times, and that's okay and that's acceptable behavior?
I don't know. Were they a faggot?
No,
I guess it
they're
depends. I guess
They're not.
depends.
But do you think that's wait? Going with the context of what you just said, do you think that'd be a good image for a creator?
So what you're asking is, do I think that creators make mistakes sometimes and do stupid shit?
But
Yeah,
what if
they
have
do.
a track record of these mistakes now.
Track record, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
they do.
Okay.
I was snowed.
So,
I was
so
snowed
we're
with many
how
things
many
for
how
years.
many mistakes are we allowed as human beings?
You tell me, because you guys seem to be the ones that can determine who's a creator, who's a fan, when you
No,
can't
we're
be
not.
a fan.
Not
No,
determining
you can't be a
anything.
creator and a fan at the same time. He said it. Did he not say that?
That's not what I said. Not
I'm
exactly.
talking to Ryan the fuckstick over
Okay, well now we're back to talking. Okay,
here. Is he not here?
he's here. No, we're having
I'm
a great
being
time.
nice to
man.
you right
I
now.
love the
I'm
Captain
being nice to
Fuckhead.
you.
Captain
I'm a
Fuckhead,
YouTube
Samir, and
creator.
Dave are like.
I'm
out.
a
Peace
fan
out.
at the same time. I'm a YouTube creator.
Yeah,
Guess what? I'm still a fan at the same fucking time.
yeah,
wanna
but
shout
you
out
are
your channel?
perceived. in terms
Yes,
of
it's Testify. That Star Wars guy.
okay, but just don't say anything. Let me ask you a simple question.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that you Testify because of your presence is you have this channel, you are outspoken, you're on all these shows, you have your own show. Do you think that you are perceived differently by fans as just some random war campaign fan? Do you think that you have a different people perceive you differently?
No. Why would I?
Of course
I'm
they
not,
do.
I don't change who I am.
I'm not
put
saying
I
you
don't put
change
on a
who you are.
facade.
I'm saying that you become something else than just a fan because you're taking that role. You're stepping up into
I
that
do
role.
the same thing I do here on that show.
I understand that.
But you know what
I
we
don't
don't
think you're
do?
understanding.
You know it's making a lot of people upset what we're not doing? We're not going into this bullshit. We don't dig into this freaking woods. You guys are living in the past.
I'm not living in the past. I'm
Yeah,
moving
you are. If
forward,
you think
brother.
war campaign's attacking anybody.
I'm saying that there's a riff that has happened, and
Wait,
I'm
how do you-
done.
okay,
I'm
okay.
done tiptoeing.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm gonna like who I want to like. I'm not gonna fucking beat around
And
the bush
nobody
with
from
who I'm
war
a fan
campaign
of.
told you you can't like anybody. And if
Oh,
they did,
no,
I'd love to know who it is,
there
and
was
I will talk to them again.
there was certainly pressure applied, and
Okay, from
you
who?
can tell me all day
From
it's
who?
so nobody else. No, you're telling me no creators have felt pressured and have like been walking on eggshells for the past month or
From
two.
who in
You're
war
saying
campaign?
that? Come on. dude.
No, tell me from who in war campaign. Give
It's
me
an
one name.
overall vibe that it has
No,
permeated
give me one
ComicsGate.
name of who told you you cannot watch or listen to or support anybody in ComicsGate.
You love.
Tell
I
me
love how
one.
this guy frames shit.
How is it not? How am I framing it? I'm making it very clear. Who said you cannot like, watch, support, work with even anybody from war campaign? Who has said that? Who? Name
Dude.
one. We're going for one person. Name one.
Right.
And show me where they did that.
So what is why are we having this conversation at all
Rodden,
then?
tell me.
Why
No,
does it
no,
exist?
you just stated something. Now state it. Who told you?
It's
You
not
can't
about
give
that.
me one. Yes, it is. 'Cause
You
that's what
know,
you're raising
you
this whole
know that there is this air of, like, now I have to be careful. Now
Ryan,
I
are you
need
in
to.
fucking kindergarten with your hand up? What's wrong with you?
Well, it's the polite way to get attention. So
polite
maybe I'm
way?
gonna let me take a
That
different
makes
tack.
sense if you're gonna talk.
Let me take a different
Okay,
tack.
who in war campaign told you you couldn't like, watch, enjoy, be, or do things with? Who in war campaign told you you couldn't?
It's not a direct statement. It's
No,
a sentiment.
you made it a direct statement because you're saying
No,
that we
I didn't.
implied it. You're saying it was
Yes, you
implied.
did. Of
No, I
course.
did. So you're saying I did.
Well,
can I
you
just-
certainly. You are the most prominent figure.
I'm going to do something that all these other people that in ComicsGate don't think you should do. Rodden, I am sorry that I made it you feel like I was telling you you couldn't watch them or support them or any of that.
Mhm.
And
So-
I mean that right now, and I'm being 100%
I believe you.
genuine with you. I
I
swear
do.
to God,
I believe
did
you.
not at all mean to make you feel like that.
All right, testify. Listen,
I'm not talking to you. You're a fucking
Te-
idiot. I'm talking to Rodden right now.
testify. I'm talking to you. So listen, let me take a different tact.
God.
Let me start criticizing some people on say if we're going to say there's two sides to this
Can
situation.
you tell me one
on
person
the
in
other
war
side.
campaign that told you that you couldn't like or watch
So
somebody
with EVS,
or make a decision between the two?
no,
Can
not
you
with
tell
EVS.
me one.
I'll start with
Can you- who?
I'll start with Anna. So Samir brought up a little while ago that Anna had actually come back at, and I forget specifically who, but she came back at some war campaigners.
Are you an Anna
a little
simp?
bit
Is that
rough.
what you're talking about, Anna?
So she came back at war campaign followers with.
Are you one of those idiots that have the $99 tier on her channel?
A little bit of derision, and that was unprofessional, and I completely agree with that. Anna should have understood that if she was being criticized by customers, that that she should generally keep her mouth shut, say thank you very much for paying attention to my campaign. I'm sorry that the artwork is not up to your standards, I'm going to keep working and doing my best to make as good artwork as I can, and I hope that in the future you'll support me.
Okay.
That's exactly what I would have said if I was Anna.
And
with
she
John,
did it.
and she well, eventually she got there.
No.
Testify. You've been running your mouth the entire time, so let me speak.
Put your hand up.
Anna,
Put your hand up in the air. I can't hear you. I haven't called on you yet.
All
Yep. Oh, you did it. Wow, you actually fucking did it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, go ahead. Next. Go ahead. Yeah, we'll
Thank
go
you.
on Fuckstick. Fuckstick, continue.
So Cecil and John, I remember seeing on Twitter that they did call her out on this. Like, don't do that, Anna. You can speak up about yourself. You can advocate for yourself, but don't go hard at the fans. So I agree with that.
But so she did though. But she did do that.
Should we not forgive her?
I did forgive her.
Did you?
Did
That Star
you
Wars
ever-
guy? Did you? That Star Wars guy?
Yes, I did actually.
Okay.
I got the audio because
So-
I know what happened. They talked to Liam and made him take down all of his streams, but the idiot didn't know that they were all downloaded first.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Directly on his stream.
I would like to also
Ryan,
add something
put your hand
here.
back up because you don't know
Hold
what
on.
you're talking about.
I do want to add something here because this is absolutely was not the intention of this stream at all to go at War Campaign. That it was not at all what this was about.
But
And I
you
want to
did.
say this. It's from both sides. It's from both camps. There's pressure. There's this vibe. There's this thing. I'm not saying it's all one-sided. I'm not saying that one side didn't make any mistakes and the other side did. It's
do that.
there is this vibe of like pressure, and it comes from both sides, and we've all been feeling it. You can tell me I'm an idiot. It's not about
I'm
direct
not calling you.
statements.
Did I
It's
call you an idiot? No,
it's
Ryan
a
Miller,
vibe.
Fuckstick. You're not an idiot. I'm not telling you you're an idiot.
Okay, I'm just saying it's both sides. Everybody has made mistakes, and I'm just
How do you
done
fix
with
it
it.
now after you call people fucking
We don't have to.
and things
We
like
go
that?
forward. We go
Okay,
forward.
then
It's
move
ComicsGate.
forward.
Let the fans fucking decide who's ComicsGate. Fucking don't, it's up
Nobody
to
told
them.
the fans not to, other than one group of people.
What group
And
of
it's
people?
not War Campaign.
Who?
You know who, Ryan. You know everything. Because you don't even know I talked to Anna on a stream 3 days after her shit cover came out. And I told her on there. I said it looks like a goddamn toy, Mattel toy from Target. A Bratz doll. And I told her, I go, the way you've gone about it is wrong. The way War Campaign has talked about it's wrong. I said all that. But I also told her, it's not my cup of tea, but I hope you make every amount of the biggest amount of money possible. And I said it to her. We were amicable. We walked away. But what happened after that? It was over and done with. It was over. What have they done? Kept it going. So what did we do? We reacted to their reaction.
Wait, who's we?
The whole group of people in War Campaign have.
Okay.
We all do stuff by ourselves individually. You're getting individual reactions. There's no coordinated effort. That's what you guys all don't understand. If you don't believe us, come in the War Campaign Discord.
No,
Put your
I
hand
believe
up,
you.
Put your hand up. I can't hear you. Well, I got to see your hand. Put your hand up, please. Okay,
Stop
thank you.
it.
Fuckstick. Fuckstick, go ahead.
Listen, no, I believe you.
Jesus Christ.
It is not coordinated. I
There is
absolutely agree.
none.
There's no
There is
organization whatsoever.
none.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. And that's one of my favorite things about War Campaign is that everybody's.
You don't like War Campaign. You know it. Just say it.
I do like
Just
War
come out.
Campaign.
It's Pride Month. Be prideful.
Pride.
Month, baby. Come on, put your hand up. I'll put my hands up in the air.
So
I
what
can feel it.
are you
Put your hand up. Touch my hand. Touch my hand right now. Come on. Touch it. I'm touching the screen. My hand is up to yours.
Get on camera. Get on camera, and I'll touch your
I
hand.
don't get on camera.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
have a camera. Why do you need to get on camera? Oh, you're going to go with that argument now? You got to get on camera.
No, god damn, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, let's go
Guys,
ahead. You
I
gotta
gotta
get on camera. Get
I
on
have-
camera. Oh, I'm an internet tough guy, so if you can see my face and I hold my hand up, you gonna believe me then? My hand's up. It's still
Okay,
up right now.
testify,
Ryan Miller,
testify. Hold on. I need you to wind down. We need to chill out a little because I gotta end this thing. I've got a job. I've got deadlines, and I'm up against it.
You want a good piece of advice, really quick?
I would love a piece of advice.
Okay, there's my.
Just give it to me.
What I said to you a
testify.
few minutes ago, I meant, and I said seriously, I'm sorry if I made you feel the way that you said that I made you feel. I meant that. But I would not let grown men that act like kindergartners ever come on your show. Bye.
But testify.
Like
I'm assuming he was referring to himself. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, that was fine. That was engaging. People think that I've said lies about War Campaign. I don't think I made a single statement about War Campaign, really. I mean, that's not what this show is about.
I did, though. And sorry
yeah,
if
you.
I
And
hijacked.
you're not me. You're not me.
Yeah.
That's you.
So listen, all opinions about War Campaign are my own. Ryan Miller Art at Twitter, and you can direct those thoughts toward me. But I
bet
apologize.
you'll get a few. I'm sure you'll get a few. I hope this isn't, we don't normally do this kind of thing on this show. We tend to delve into topics in a different way. And I'm not going to make a habit of this kind of show. I just felt the need to address it just for my own, because I'm like, dude, it's time to move forward. I'm done with all this. No more tiptoeing. You're fans of who you're fans of. I'm not going to feel like we can't associate with certain people or do certain things or say whatever the fuck we want. That's ComicsGate is about saying whatever the fuck you want. And it should be, So that's all this show was about. I don't know. That was my
I apologize.
inspiration for it.
I apologize if I railroaded the whole show. I was just.
You didn't.
I was trying to
Don't
get
worry
to
about
a
it. You're
point,
fine.
but it was a little bit.
You're
Different.
totally fine, man. You're totally fine. I'll bring you on here so you can give a shout out. I really do. I got to wind this thing down. I do want to give you a chance if you have some thoughts. If you want to drop some thoughts on us.
Yes.
Because you are the Blue Caesar. You are wise.
Yes. Did you all learn a lesson? If you're not careful,
Learn a lesson.
if you're not careful, you may learn something.
I know. I don't want that. I don't want to learn shit. Fuck that noise. Fuck. Captain Fuckhead, what do you got going on? What do you want to shout out? I'm so and I apologize
I
for
did
the
learn a
nature of
lesson.
this show.
I learned a lesson today. I learned how to close my ears.
Yes.
Let's CG UK later on tonight. Artie Bear.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Eastern, I have Mr. Peephole Circus on our Thursday show.
Very good, dude.
Finally, get to
And
promote
RT
the-
Bear is offering up that juicy second chance at Black and White, man.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
awesome, man. I'm really tempted by it because I missed it. So
I'll
I
say
think
this.
I might.
My first CG book was Oodles of Doodles. And I regret not getting Black and White. Oodles of Doodles is a phenomenally beautiful book. In fact, it has become I was saying this to Art the other day. It's become a textbook for me. I use it a lot.
Yeah. Cool. Ryan Miller. I apologize. You're probably going to get maybe a shitstorm on Twitter. I don't know.
I love War Campaign, so
no
matter what Testify says, listen. My criticisms come from a place of love. It is if my best friend was fucking up, I'd let him know he was fucking up. I think War Campaign fucked up here, but like I said, my criticisms are my own. And if anybody has anything to say, you know where to reach me. And can I promote one?
You can promote whatever you choose, man.
I'd like to promote Vestige 2, coming to you from War Campaign, and
Hell yeah.
well, no, I'm sorry, not coming from War Campaign because they're the fan group. Coming from CG only. War Campaign is putting out Vestige 2, endorsed Vestige 1, endorsed by Caesar himself. And if you want to take a look at a fantastic writer, Gat Hanzo, you are going to be enthralled and entertained for quite some time.
I'm gonna drop the fucking Vestige 2 link right in the chat. Dave, what have you got for us?
To be honest, I was just sitting back listening to it. It was quite entertaining.
Yeah, dude, we should have had popcorn for this one.
But
That was
no,
fun.
just follow me on Twitter, Bristolian Dave. That goes for War Campaign CG. All one and the same. No matter what anyone says, they are part of CG. Yeah, give me a follow and good luck, Pan. Hope it all works out, mate.
Yeah, dude, I'm really anxious to find out how it goes. I'm pretty confident it will go his way. Samir, sorry. Yeah, that was kind of a crazy show. It's not usually like that.
I honestly thought you guys were going to talk about the fence sitting that Tim Pool was talking about. I have nothing to pitch or anything like that, but support all the CG books. I think Charlie's London is coming up with a campaign pretty soon.
3rd
And,
of July, the 3rd
yeah.
of July, the email list goes up.
Have you seen the art on
And
that?
Oh, the 4th of July? The
3rd of July. 3rd of July.
3rd of July, for which project?
Charlie's London.
Oh, damn, that's going to be big, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's looking, the art, the stuff I've seen so far, and her passion for the project is just mind-blowing.
Yep.
Nice. George.
Well, I just like to take my shots, good or bad. Samir, you're reading my book so far. What did you think?
it's I liked it. It's replacing.
No, Halsek, don't hold back. Okay, be critical. Be very critical, please.
It has some issues, but it's kind of refreshing that you're taking over the gap that Doug TenNapel left with your character. It's your character is really. I mean, it's a better version of Earthworm Jim, honestly speaking. But there are a little bit of issues we can talk offline if you want.
Oh no. If and when you can do a review of it, put a video out, your honest criticism, and make your thoughts known public, because this is what CG is. We don't judge, we don't censor, we accept everybody.
I don't have a channel, but I can write my criticism.
Okay. Then how about this? How about I invite you to my channel for a stream, and I'll just sit there with my blindfold as you throw darts at me.
Sure.
Nice. And obviously, you want to be sure and hit GeorgePeterGatsis.com. You can find all his goodies there. I want to thank you guys for being patient, for being here. This one got chaotic. It's not the usual vibe for the show. I had a feeling it might go there. I wasn't really sure what might happen, but I just felt like it was necessary for some dumb reason. I don't think I'll feel necessary to do this again. But I had fun, and thank you guys for being here. Thank you to the chat, as always, dropping a lot of bombs, having a good time. And if you want to find out what happens with Pan, you want to check out War Campaign on DLive tonight for sure. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.